sorry, bud. You wanted to drive, you have to find a place to park.
Is this a legitimate barbecue place?
I would not bring the $6 million man to a Houston barbecue joint if it wasn't legit. He's making everything from scratch. You're gonna love this place. This is the pit room. What is going on here in Big Mike's Playhouse?
Central Texas barbecue.
What are we smoking with?
All post oak.
What kind of pits?
Propane tanks that we modified. 100% stick burner.
It just really is phenomenal.
Brisket tacos for Hector.
Brisket tacos are amazing.
It just melts in your mouth. That's the type of brisket that I love. And the tortillas, oh my gosh.
Of course, you don't come down to Texas and not do brisket. Let's get after it.
All right, all of our beef is prime.
That's a big stamp to be putting on something.
We're gonna go ahead and trim it up.
Well, you gonna trim it or give it a pedicure? That was one of your lines. That's a Lee Zinger right there.
We start off with a little bit of what we call the meat glue. It's a little bit of pickle juice, mustard,
Mustard. I've never seen that before.
Gives a great little vinegar to it.
kosher salt, seasoning salt, and then we use 3 different grinds. Coarse pepper, extra coarse, and cracked pepper.
If we would have been doing this in $6 Million Man style, we'd be done with this.
There you go.
Once we get this done,
We go directly to smoker.
so these are the old propane tanks. Run it typically 250.
250, we're gonna put the big end with all the fat towards the heat.
How long?
12 hours, rest up to 8 hours.
Got it. Tortilla time.
All-purpose flour, a little bit of salt, baking powder, smoked rendered brisket fat. Gets nice and clumpy, ready for the hot water.
We'll let this rest how long?
Minimum of 1 hour. Roll them out, and then we're gonna cook them on the flat top.
Tortillas are done, and I gotta say, they are gorgeous.
Brisket's done.
Looks like a chocolate cake.
Love how that pepper hangs on there.
Add a little bit of sauce, and then we're gonna make our brisket taco. Start with the brisket,
That is a portion.
cheddar cheese, house-made salsa roja.
That is a taco.
Now, that's a lunch.
This is about as scratch made as they come. It's delicious.
Smooth.
The fat inside of the tortilla, love it. It's tender, it just comes apart. And the fact that you're doing prime,
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best brisket tacos I've had.
awesome. Dropping 2 tortillas for tacos.
I love how he does his brisket very peppery on the outside and kind of crunchy. It's just fantastic.
You look at it, it falls apart.
Melt in your mouth.
What you're doing is the kind of stuff you find out in the middle of nowhere when you drive up that roadside place and people have that mind-blowing barbecue.
My hat's off to you.
Big Mike, watch out. So I'm here in Richfield, Minnesota, about 10 minutes from downtown Minneapolis. Now, this is a great place to come to. 1, a bunch of my Triple D crew lives here. 2, they have got an eclectic mix of restaurants. But I gotta be honest with you, when my crew tells me they've got a real deal Mexican joint in Minnesota, you know I gotta check it out. This is On Delay.
You can't get this kind of authentic Mexican anywhere in the Twin Cities.
Sopa de mariscos.
It's like walking into a little cafe in Mexico.
And much more. Because when Fernando Mellado and Jorge Rangel opened in 2011, they went for, well, pardon the expression, the whole enchilada. One side is full-blown restaurant, right? And I have a huge menu. The other side is market. You got a butcher shop. You have a bakery.
Right. We get a lot of people coming in here for the restaurant and come and explore the market. 3 tacos pastor.
The El Paso tacos are like getting street tacos.
They're super fresh with the nice cilantro taste and the crispy onions.
What are we into now?
We're gonna make the al pastor sauce for the tacos.
Got it.
We're gonna start with the guajillo pepper, orange juice, lime juice, cumin, black pepper, bay leaves, oregano,
Mexican oregano is nice, big, super bold flavor.
achiote,
This is the annatto seed that's made into a paste, but there's also flavors in this, okay?
garlic, onions, salt, white vinegar. And then we're gonna use the big blender right here.
Don't get this on me. I only have one spiritual gangster shirt. Okay, so we take the sliced pork, we put it in there, and how long will it marinate?
For 24 hours.
Next up,
We're gonna do the salsa verde right here. We got the boiled jalapenos, garlic, the onions, salt, avocados, and use the immersion blender. Go ahead and start pouring the oil slow. How's that?
that's fantastic.
Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make our tacos.
Onto the flat top, a little bit of oil, drop some onions,
And a little bit of bacon
and a little bit of bacon too.
and pineapple.
All gonna cook together.
We do like a double tortilla.
How many do I get? 12?
3.
3. 3 works for me.
Okay, so we got the al pastor tacos.
Okay.
Cilantro, onions, a little lime juice.
Okay.
Here's the avocado salsa that we made. See what you think.
There is no way we're in Minnesota. No way. The meat perfectly marinated. It's got a nice crisp to it. Right amount of onion. Tortillas are charred. The salsa is outstanding. Nice job, buddy. Wow. You know, I love the names of the restaurants we visit on Triple D. I mean, sometimes it talks about the kind of food they make or who they are or where they're from. And sometimes it just is what it is. The name sounds cool, like Poc Poc or Nico Nikos or Tap Tap. Or here in San Antonio, Texas, where they're serving up some righteous Mexican food, this is Taco Taco.
A Puffy Taco.
It's a staple in San Antonio.
A Puffy Taco is a taco on steroids.
It's fluffy, puffy, and you can't get enoughy. So what do you want to make now?
We're gonna make shredded chicken.
Shredded chicken?
Yes.
And that goes on the what?
On the Puffy Taco.
Okay.
Some water, the chicken.
Thighs, huh?
Yeah, chicken thighs.
That's a poultry hot tub.
Yes. We're gonna let it boil about an hour and a half.
Let it break down.
It gets soft.
Now what goes in?
First, the chicken base.
Got it.
Cumin, and then fresh garlic, a little salt.
Okay.
Let it cook. Then we're gonna put onions.
Okay.
Celery.
Sweet there with some tops.
Bell peppers.
Beautiful.
Tomatoes.
Gonna stir?
Yes.
Chicken is breaking down, huh?
Yes.
And some tomato sauce.
Brings a little sweetness.
And some great color.
Yes. Let it cook about 40 minutes. It's gonna come out delicioso.
Beautiful. Okay.
We're gonna make tortillas.
Corn tortillas. Go ahead.
Some corn flour, maseca.
Maseca. Dry masa.
And then some sugar.
Salt.
Salt. A little bit of mantequilla, butter.
Way to get all Spanish with me with the mantequilla. Just a little water.
Yes.
Little at a time. You go over, it's too wet, adding more masa back in is a total pain. And you make all of the masa dough by hand?
Yes.
Every day?
Every day.
You take up arm wrestling.
We're done.
We have enough masa.
Yes.
So now what happens?
Now we're gonna go flatten them and make them tortillas.
All right, here we go.
First, make a little bowl. We're gonna flatten one, okay?
This little fryer.
Yes.
375 degrees.
Yes, gotta be hot. This has puffiness.
Yeah.
Beautiful. A little bit on the top, and then we go slowly down.
A lot of work for a taco.
The tasty taco. Okay, that's our Puffy.
Puffy the magic taco.
We're gonna fill it with shredded chicken, some lettuce, tomatoes, shredded cheese, and a little bit of guacamole for a little extra flavor.
The size of this thing. That's nice. Puffy ridiculous. The taco's got good crunch, but it's nice and soft. Oh, the chicken's got lots of flavor. You give a huge portion. You know what you should name this place?
Taco Taco Cafe.
That's a great name.
It's so nice they named it twice.
She wins. Good job.
Puffy taco?
The shell is excellent.
Puffed up corn tortillas, fabulous.
I hear this dude's rocking it. This is Taco Gordo.
Got 2 brisket here.
Taco Gordo is the best Mexican food this close to the Canadian border.
Tinga, brisket, beans and rice.
I'm from California, and this is the first place in Vermont that I felt encapsulated what a true taco is.
Real deal, Southwestern, Mexican.
I didn't know how much I needed Charlie's tacos.
That craving took hold when Charlie Sizemore first rolled out his taco cart in 2014, then blew it up to a brick and mortar, bringing West Coast flavor all the way to New England.
I love the El Pastor. The way they roast it on the spit, the pineapple. You can't get a better taco.
It's just like a religious experience.
Today we're gonna do the El Pastor. We're making our house adobo. We start with our dried spices and chilies. We toast these off.
The guajillos, the pasillas, and the chipotles.
Yes.
I like it. What else are we doing?
Peppercorns, cloves, cumin.
Got it. Some cinnamon. This I'm impressed with. The annatto seed.
Yes.
Dude, where'd you learn to cook?
A misspent youth.
He was in a band called Misspent Youth. The beautiful thing about that annatto seed really gives that beautiful red hue in Latin food.
These go on to soak.
Let me set some background steeping music.
You're good at that.
Well, it's Misspent Youth.
We're playing a show later on.
Yes, I have the album. Can you sign my shirt?
Chilies into the blender here. Apple cider vinegar, raw blackened garlic, our spice mix, oregano, sugar, salt.
A little more liquid. We're gonna use boneless pork butt?
Yes. We get it cold, slice it thin.
How long are we gonna let this pork marinate?
At least a day.
Got it?
Start stacking.
The Al Pastor looks fantastic. Pineapple on top?
Pineapple on top.
Super important. Next up.
This is our salsa roja.
Okay.
Guajillos, a couple of chipotles,
okay.
Roasted tomatoes, toasted garlic, ground cumin, oregano, sugar, salt, apple cider vinegar.
Great.
A little bit of steeping liquid.
Delicious. Love the toasting of the garlic. A little kiss of the sugar. Well done.
A little bit of lard, tortillas. While these are cooking, I'm gonna slice you a little bit of this El Pastor.
Love the pineapple on top.
A little onion cilantro. This is our salsa roja here.
This is outstanding. This is also probably one of the closest I've been to having authentic al pastor outside of Mexico. The tortilla is great. The al pastor is tender. It's got a ton of flavor. There's a good amount of char on this. The marinade comes through. The little piece of pineapple on top is key.
Are we in Flavor Town right now?
I am at Customs. I am crossing the border. That is a dynamite taco. Welcome to Flavor Town.
2 al pastor going to the bar.
It's fantastic. Smoky, rich, a lot of sweetness.
Every time I look at it, my mouth waters.
In New York City, they've got Fifth Avenue. And in, well, Beverly Hills, you got Rodeo Drive. So when you come here to Boston, you gotta come to Newberry Street. That's where all the fine shops are. And when you're looking for a place to eat, what are you expecting? Of course, a wonderful fine cafe, but not on Triple D. No, we're gonna check out a funky joint that is using beer to make their pizza dough. And I hear it's the real deal. This is Dirty Water Dough Company.
Yeah, Boston strong, dirty water.
Dirty water, like that sounds really weird.
Unless you know Boston's dirty little secret. Order up. Going into Sam Sokol's brand.
Turn of the century.
Wow, we're going that far back.
The Charles River, which was the main water supply, got so polluted that the water was undrinkable. So they started putting beer in their dough. I mean, it gives the crust almost like a bagel-y, soft inside, and then you get a nice crispy outside.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see how it works.
This is special flour. The wheat is actually milled from the middle, so it gives you a real nice high protein and low ash. Salt, olive oil, a little yeast, water, Dirty Water IPA. We're gonna mix this up for 2 to 4 minutes on low and then another 6 to 8 on high. Then we let it rest, portion it out.
12 ounce?
I usually do 20s. You wanna do the big boys or you wanna do the little guys?
Whatever you wanna do,
the babies or the big boys?
Let's see how good he is on his 20.
Oh.
17.15.
Oh. 20.25, not bad.
Let him proof overnight. What are we gonna make?
We try to do some crafty, fun stuff. 8 minutes on the Dirty Taco.
If you're gonna marry tacos and pizza, then this is certainly the best.
Are taco pizzas big in Boston?
No, that's a creation we created.
All right, let's get into it.
We have our red sauce. Oil, onions, garlic, oregano, pepper, salt, a little bit of fennel.
Red chili flake.
Gotta get a little kick.
All right.
Ground peeled tomatoes, our water. Cook it on medium-high for about 20 to 25.
What else for the dirty taco?
Meat, let's make the meat. Olive oil, chopped onions, ground beef.
80-20?
That's it. Then you got your paprika.
Granulated garlic.
Pepper, salt. Enchilada sauce, give it that nice taco smoke.
Cook this down, but let it cool in its own juices, and you'll get all that flavor on top of the pizza.
You got it.
Semolina flour's the game, huh?
Gives it some nice, great, sweet flavor.
I like your technique.
Light sauce.
That's the most unconventional saucing of a skin I've seen.
We're not a conventional joint guy. Shredded mozz, yellow cheddar. Now for the taco meat in the oven.
How long is this gonna take?
8 minutes.
Dun, dun. That's a big pie. Ah, it looks good.
All right, lettuce, diced tomato, nacho cheese chips, sour cream swirl.
It looks the part. Beautiful. The crust is dynamite. It's toothsome, got good pull. I get the yeastiness out of it. It's delicious. I mean, as you can tell, I didn't like it at all. My son, Ryder, he's gonna lose his mind on this one.
Hey, Dad.
Good morning, Ryder. So what are your 2 favorite things that you ask for dinner all the time?
Tacos and pizza.
Check it out. Ready? Drum roll, please. A taco pizza.
Bring it home.
It's crunchy like a taco, cheesy like a pizza, and the cool lettuce and then the sour cream all over the top. All right, I'll bring one home. Love you, bub.
All right, love you too.
I knew he would love it. Bro, you smashed it. Well done.